Welcome to TTA. This is my friend Alex, and today we're talking about...
Dude, you want me to start just like that? Gosh. Okay.
Okay, today we're talking about...
Crosstreks. We're in a 2019 today. It is a limited trim. It's not a base trim. And what do you have?
I have a 2020 Subaru Crosstrek. It's the base model.
Base versus limited. You know, there's only 1 year in between, so there can't be that much of a difference. But, you know, I mean, out the door, this was about 35 grand. What was yours? Even though it was just a rental.
It's a rental from Sonora Subaru. It's just a base model. I think it's probably about 18,000. I'll put exactly what it is, but yeah, it's
18,000.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're talking a 2020 for roughly 18 grand versus a 2019 for about 35. You know, granted, again, this is a limited package. We did do the 10-year extended warranty from bumper to bumper, all that good stuff with this one. But wow, that's a heck of a difference, man. You know, 1 year, but just all those bells and whistles, they really add up.
Oh, so. Yeah, they do. All right, so you guys are going to see the difference between the 2019 and 2020.
Warp us in, Scott.
All right.
Whoa, man. Whoa, bro.
I didn't beam us up in the right direction. I'm driving now, apparently.
Cringy transition. Continue.
So as you can see, we are now in the 2020 Crosstrek. You can see the remnants back there for my previous video that you'll see. Yeah, so...
First impressions, man. This is my first time actually ever in a 2020. True story, I wasn't really a Subaru guy. I'm a really big Ford guy, particularly a truck person. However, just it's not in the budget right now, and I ended up settling with the Crosstrek. Scott actually got me on it. I got to say, there's a couple things that are catching my eye, but for the most part, it looks really similar.
It does. There's quite a few things that I don't really like about it compared to my car. First of all, it's not lifted, but
right. But we're just talking base. Base.
The screen is a lot smaller too, quite a bit smaller.
Oh wow! I actually didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there's.
Do you know the dimensions on that?
You know, just less than 6 inches.
So that's enough.
I just use my fingers.
It's just easier to say.
It's got cloth seats.
So I got a love-hate relationship with cloth seats. They are comfortable. It's not like, you know, you can see right here, it's not super bolstered, but then again, you don't really need to be super hugged in a Crosstrek. You know, I promise you won't be going fast in these little go-karts. Like,
no.
They're very reliable cars. They do great in different kind of climates. I'm speaking from the 2019, obviously. I've never partaken in this one.
It's about the same, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Get you places. It'll get you from A to B. Super reliable, very safe, 5-star safety. I love it. I'm not a speed demon. I've never liked driving fast or anything like that. But this car is exceptionally, it's slow. And if I needed to overtake a car on the freeway for whatever reason or anything, I just really don't have that overtake power in something like this. It's mediocre at best. In terms of speed, but you don't buy a Crosstrek for speed. No,
which one thing that's a little bit different between his car and actually my 2019 Crosstrek as well is that I feel that I have a little bit more power than he does, and I also have my tires and everything like that. I feel like I have more power, which it could be the computer systems, I'm not sure. I do feel like this car actually, I don't know because it's being a rental or what, but I feel like this almost has a little bit more power. Maybe it's because I'm so used to my car not having as much acceleration because I've got the bigger tires, bigger wheels, I've got the lift on it. So I'm technically creating more drag and stuff as well too. I don't know, but I feel like this almost has more power even though the engine's exactly the same.
I mean, is it possible? Maybe. I would say right here, show the 2019 specs. Right here, show the 2020. Let's just do a quick comparison. But I do want to say that I think it might be like placebo. I don't actually think that these vehicles are much faster. But anyways,
I don't think so.
That's the point of this video. We're going to compare. I will be showing off my 2019.
And I'll be showing my 2020.
Let's see how they compare and all the ins and outs from there, huh?
Yeah. So to the B-roll.
To the B-roll.
So thoughts on the 2020 Crosstrek?
You know, like I said, this is my first time being inside of one. I am pleasantly surprised in certain aspects, but I would say that there are a couple things that I'm a little bit more critical of.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, the cloth seats, not a fan, but I can live with it because it is a rental and I definitely don't own it.
Glad I don't own it.
There's a couple different things, as you'll see right here next to the shifter knob. The trim, the comparison between the 2019 and the 2020, it looks a little different. You mentioned that you get vibes from the Dodge company, and I can kind of see it. It just looks very heavy on plastic, and when I see a lot of plastic, my mind immediately goes to cheap, and I'm not a huge fan of that look. But at that point, man, you're splitting hairs.
Yeah, I mean, this is the base model, so I mean, you're not getting the true limited quality like you are with the 2019s that we both have.
Right. Now, there are a couple cool things for this being a base. I will say it does come with a sunroof.
I have yet to even open that. And I've driven this car for like maybe 300 miles already, and I have yet to actually do that because I'm so used to my car not having this. I completely forgot.
If it was a snake, it would have bit you.
That was even there.
So definitely a big plus with that. I know that when I drive my car, especially like on longer road trips or whatever, I need extra ventilation, or if I have my dog with me, he always sticks his head out the top. It's an acquired taste. Not everyone really likes a sunroof. In my case, I would say I do, because when we go on those longer road trips, because of my dog, it just makes it easier to commute, and a little bit of extra air, you know, doesn't really add extra road noise, which is the biggest gripe to my understanding.
Yeah, which I don't have a dog, so I don't really need that.
So, I mean, aside from that little plastic shroud, man, and the cloth seats, I really don't have too many things that I'm really unfamiliar with. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the smaller screen, but then again, it is a base, so I'm not going to complain about it. This car will get you places for a dollar amount that a lot of other cars won't, you know. Can it be used as a commuter? Absolutely. Can it be used to go to the snow for weekend adventures? Absolutely. Is it also going to break the bank or have you financing for 10 years? No, not at all. That's kind of my biggest gripe, Scott. I mean, what about you? What are you thinking so far before we go into the super in-depth? Like, what are you thinking just on first initial?
So, actually, the first thing that I noticed, because I love using Android Auto, the connections are in a completely different spot that I'm used to. It's now in the front of the car, which I don't particularly like because, well, it's good and bad. I don't have an area to mount my phone because it is a rental car, so I normally would have my phone right up against the infotainment system right above it, so I can look at my phone there. So it is kind of nice that if I did have this car, that the cable would just go straight up and I'm not running my cable all the way through my entire console. But at its current state, it's kind of annoying because I've got a really long cable, and so when I put my phone in, I've just got this massive amount of cable that's kind of just hanging around, don't really have much to do with it. Other than that, I also don't like I don't have steering responsive headlights. One thing that also wouldn't exactly fit my taste, which I do like the look of it, but when I have my car mounted with the lights, I have it mounted on the side, and with the carbon fiber, fake carbon fiber, it looks really good, but for me, functionality, where I'm mounting everything, it doesn't really exactly fit from where I am. But it does actually look very aesthetically pleasing, and it fits very well. I mean, the carbon fiber does look a little bit different between all of the different types of carbon fiber, but it still does look very aesthetically pleasing.
No, I agree, man. The carbon fiber, it definitely looks good. It's a really good trim piece, even for with it being a cloth interior. One thing I can appreciate, though, is the stitching that runs through. It is something that I'm accustomed to and I'm used to on my 2019. The orange stitching that goes throughout the dash, and actually on the bolstering right here on the seats, it's very similar. So there are a couple things that are swinging pretty close to home that I can really appreciate, and I can definitely say, based on like first appearances, there's a lot more things that I'm maybe more fond of and that I enjoy versus the slim to none that I don't enjoy.
Yeah, like you were saying with the stitching, with my 2019, I really didn't like the orange stitching. I kind of got now accustomed to it, but I do wish that they did color match the stitching with the outside of the car. That would be actually a really good touch.
someone who is super f***ing like, oh, I want to do this right now. Someone's super unprepared.
And it's recording that too.
Good.
I'm so much further back than you are.
Here, I'll scoot it. Let's
There you
get
go.
back a little bit.
Also, you're taller, so it...
Ah, dude, you're really boosting my ego right now. You're making me look like I'm 6'4". I don't know. It's 2019, bro.
We have the same cars practically.
Look, I can get to your size now. All the way sunk down. Now I'm your height, dude.
There you go.
Somewhere in a parallel universe, there's a super tall Scott and a really short Alex. Oh man, better not in that one. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey guys.
Chest bolstered out. So what are you gonna do? Just like, whoa.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ow.
Ow.
I actually hit my knee.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Wait. What are we doing? I hit my knee. You actually conked your head, man. It's an acquired taste. Nothing went in my nose. Okay, nothing went in. Sorry, it's just like I had a malfunction.